Hi, I'm Brett Larkin, and today we're going to do a post-cardio practice. This class has been requested. So if you just did a vigorous workout, maybe a run or a bike ride, or maybe you just want to slow it down and enjoy this practice, let's get started. So first, just come to a comfortable seat and just welcome yourself to the mat. Feel your two sitting bones ground into the earth. Take your palms face down on your knees. And it might feel nice to just be cross-legged after your workout. Imagine there was a string attached to the top of your head, pulling you gently up and back so your torso floats back, helping you find your two sitting bones. Find your left sit bone and your right sit bone. And then take the palms, your hands on your knees, and draw them slightly closer to your hips so the shoulders can fully relax down the back. And then from between the two sits bones, locate a long line of energy from between the sits bones to the crown of the head and breathe into that space. Let your breath deliciously fill that space from the sitting bones all the way to the crown of the head. And then exhale all the way. Nice. Let's inhale together for 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbones. Really fill up with breath more than you think you can. Exhale all the way. 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale, huge. 3, belly, 2, ribs, 1. Collarbones and chest, really inhaling beyond your capacity, exhaling 1, 2, 3. Nice. Inhale, add the arms. 3, 2, 1. Palms touch above the head. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Hands gently float down by the hips. Once more. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale, fold over your legs. So just come into a short bow. Instead of reaching, really press your palms into the carpet or floor or whatever's in front of you and press your shoulder blades down onto your back. And then feel your sitting bones rooting behind you. Take a huge in-breath into the low back here, fold it over. Exhale completely. Inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale. And this time just roll over. So you're going to come into a tabletop position. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And we'll take a few cat-cow. So inhale, maybe micro-bend the elbows, send the heart up through the biceps, navel engaged. Exhale, round the low back, let the chin drop. Down cat. Your in-breath, up cat. Arch the upper back. Keep that navel and lower belly engaged. Sip the breath in. Exhale, round. Chin to chest. Really deliberately send your navel towards the ceiling. 2 more. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, find a neutral cat. Feel your spine parallel to the ceiling. Feel your left shoulder, left hip, right hip. Let's just take a huge breath into the space of the torso. Send all 4 corners of the torso apart from one another. Exhale completely. Inhale. Fill the torso with new breath, new oxygen. Exhale. Nice. Inhale. Reach the hands forward, coming into puppy dog pose. Just let your forehead come to the mat, keeping your hips and knees exactly as they are. And then press, spread all 10 fingers apart and spread especially your index finger and thumb into the mat. Should be a nice little shoulder girdle stretch here. Inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. You can even sigh it out, especially if you've been doing a workout. Really just pressing your third eye, that space between the eyebrows, just above the eyebrows, into the mat here. Letting the shoulder girdle open. Should feel really good. No tension anywhere. Make sure you're not holding in your low back. Adjust as necessary to maybe move additionally forward or additionally back as you need to. One more huge breath. Exhale completely. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands back to downward facing dog. Inhale, up cat. Exhale, this time instead of down cat, I want you to take your feet to either side of your mat if that feels safe. So either onto your carpet or your wood, wherever you're practicing. If that's not possible, just take them to either side of the mat as wide as you can. But if you can't take them off the mat, we really want the feet this wide. Then shift your hips up and back towards where the back wall meets the ceiling if you're in your house. Take a huge in-breath here. So this is a modified downward facing dog. So spread all 10 fingers apart. Press through the index finger and thumb. And then really invite your front ribs to knit inward. And then from there on an exhale, send your hips up and back. So what's nice about having this wide or downward facing dog is it really lets us find length in the spine, which is so great if we've been cycling or running. So inhale. Imagine a ball of light, something moving all the way from the tailbone to the crown of the head, and exhale, shift your hips farther up and back. Nice. Imagine your inner armpits rolling in towards your ears or up towards the ceiling. And just send a big breath into your low back. Let your head relax. No tension in the jaw, wag the jaw. And then inhale, walk your hands in towards your feet. So again, usually after we work out, we're pretty tight, so nice to take a forward fold here with the feet wide. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Roll your shoulders towards your hips, away from your ears. Send your thigh bones back in space deliberately so you engage through the legs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms down, around, and up to touch. Almost in this starfish, nice wide-legged position. Exhale, as you press the air away, just fold back over your legs. Nice. Inhale, take the left hand under your face. On an exhale, I want you to yawn the right arm open. And we're getting into a little hip stretch, side stretch, IT band stretch on the right side. So you can prop up onto the fingertips here if you wish. You can maybe move the weight forward and back and side to side. What we're seeking is sensation in the right hip, right IT band. Wherever you are, breathe into it. Exhale, work on stacking your shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale, work on stacking your collarbones, your arms. One more deep inhale. Exhale, let that arm fall. Place the left hand directly underneath your face, or the right hand directly underneath your face. Yawn the left arm open. Search for sensation in the left hip, left IT band. So quadriceps engage, kneecaps lift. And then inhale, spin your heart towards the ceiling. Send your arm bones back in space, collarbones back in space. Inhale once again beyond your capacity. Exhale, let that hand float down. Just gently walk your hands to the front of your mat and bring your feet to hips width apart, traditional downward facing dog. Take any movements that feel good here, maybe bending the left knee, straightening the right, and bending the right, straightening the left. Take a deep inhale, deep exhale. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, step it to the outside of the right hand. Nice wide lunge. Bring the left hand underneath your left shoulder. Spin the quad out towards the side wall. Nice. Inhale here. Really engage through that back leg. Quad is so straight, kneecap lifted. And then exhale, just bring the top arm up if you wish. And then from here, keep the legs super strong and then begin working on softening the torso, just letting it fall back. So inhale, back leg so straight, let the shoulder blades stack, fall back. Huge in-breath into the side ribs, let the collarbones stack and fall back. Huge in-breath, let the sides of the neck fall back. Nice. Inhale again. Beautiful. Place your hand down. Bring your foot to the center of your mat this time. Nice. So you're in kind of a low runner's lunge. Beautiful. Stay here. Drop the back knee. Inhale into a low lunge. So just lift the arms up. So probably sensation in the psoas here. That's great. Usually tight if we've worked out. So inhale. Lift the heart. Fill your body with your breath. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And then exhale. Place the hands. We're going to shift the weight back. Flex this front leg. And come into a hamstring stretch. So just fold over. So inhale. Lengthen the spine. Make sure your shoulders are far away from the ears. So if you're reaching out with your arms here, take them back towards where your knee is, or maybe even where your hips are. So your shoulders can stay relaxed and on the torso. Inhale, long line of energy, tailbone to crown of head. Grow tall. Exhale, fold forward, keeping your shoulders on the back. 2 more deep breaths here. Taking a moment maybe to be grateful for how healthy your body is, your ability to work out, sweat, move, release feelings, release emotions, release tension with the breath. And practice is such a gift in that way. Walk your hands forward and then just step it back, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, forward plank pose. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, really emerge in your plank with your breath, so let your shoulders roll down your back as you arrive. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's lift the left leg up and back, yawn it open. Exhale, step it through to the outside of the left hand. Bring the right hand back in space so it lines up underneath the shoulder. Take the left hand to the left quad and spin it open to the left. Straighten through that back knee, back quad so straight. And then slowly begin to stack the shoulders. Lift the top arm if you want. Huge in breath. Inhaling more than you think you can, and then exhale, let your shoulders stack, fall back in space. Inhale, keep the back leg super strong. Let the collarbones fall back in space. Inhale, back leg strong, let the sides of the neck fall back in space. And you should feel this in the hip, or it's common to feel this in the hip. It's a very open, wide twist, so we have a lot of space to breathe in. It's also a hip stretch. One more. Inhaling for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Exhale. Place that palm down, heel toe that foot to the center, and you're in a nice runner's lunge. So feel it out here, really extend and lift through that back quadricep, make space in the body. And then exhale, bend that back knee. Lift the arms, lift the heart, come into a nice low lunge. Inhale here, grow taller. Exhale, bend a little deeper. And if the shoulders are up by the ears, goalpost arms. Or just open the arms in a V however you need to so the shoulders can plug in, attach to the torso instead of being up by the ears. Yeah? Inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale. Shift the hips back in space, flex the front foot. It's time for our hamstring stretch. Inhale. Long line of energy, tailbone to crown of head. Eyes closed if you can. Exhale, fold over this front leg. So again here, sensation in the hamstring and perhaps the hip. Nice. Inhale. Exhale completely. Shoulders on the back. Hands close to the knee or the hip, not reaching out in front of you. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Last one. Inhale. Inhaling beyond your capacity. Exhaling, melting over the leg, softening with the out breath. Nice. And then inhale, bend the front knee. Step it back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, step it through. Let's come into our runner's lunge once again. So feel that runner's lunge, plug the shoulders onto the back, and then from here, take the back leg or the back foot at a 45-degree angle towards the front of your mat. From here, you can heel toe the foot out if you need more stability. You want the feet about as wide as your hips. Keep this front knee bent. We're just bringing the hands on the hips. Nice setup for warrior one. Nice. In warrior one, begin straightening through that back knee like crazy. Straightening through that back outer edge of the foot like crazy. So that back leg is so strong, it's going to allow you to bend through the front knee a little bit deeper. Then invite the front ribs in. Roll the shoulders down, around, and back. Nice. And then inhale. Send the shoulders back in space. Send the heads of the arm bones and the shoulder sockets. Imagine them moving back in space. Collarbones back in space. Sides of the neck back in space. And then just totally optional from this architecture, if you wish, take the arms up for warrior one. If you want to keep them on the hips, that's really delicious too. Inhale here. Imagine either receiving something, or imagine your mind as a panoramic camera that can take in all four limbs of the body equally. And you're just here in perfect equanimity with every cell of your body receiving the nourishment of your breath. Just keep the breath huge. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale, lift your heart towards the ceiling, clasp the hands behind you. Exhale, fold over that front leg. So if you like to keep the hands clasped and you want to stay here, that's fine. For most of us, we're wanting to bring the hands by the front foot, make any adjustments you need. Parsvottanasana, fold over the leg. And then work to move your right hip back in space and your left hip forward in space, wherever you are. And if you have the hands clasped, I want you to imagine the fists moving up in space, away from your body, micro-bending the elbows, and then sending the fist towards the floor. So you're not crunching the neck. Inhale, long line of energy, tailbone to crown of head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long line of energy. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Take your hands to the inside of the foot, step it back, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, step it through. Come into your low lunge, runner's lunge to start. Just sort of set yourself up, feel the shoulders plug onto the back, and then take that back foot at a 45-degree angle. So your big toes pointing towards the upper right corner of your mat. And then from there, find your warrior one stance. Just like we spun the quad out in the open twist, spin your quad in warrior one. So your two hip points can point towards the front of the room. From here, begin straightening through that back leg, spiraling the quad forward. Nice. Pressing through the outer edge of the back foot. And then begin on working, softening the torso. Invite the front ribs in. Roll the shoulders down, around, and back. And then close your eyes if you can. Send the shoulder blades back in space. Heads of the arm bones and the shoulder sockets back in space. Inhale, send the sides of the neck back in space. Huge in-breath. And then from there, if you wish, arms up, goalpost arms if shoulders are by the ears. Huge in-breath. So it's really nice in our yoga practice to cultivate this sensation of a really stable base, the legs being so strong, but the torso being so soft. What it's actually teaching us is that we can have muscular energy through the legs like we do right now, so strong through the back leg. But our mind, our torso, our breath can be really open, really soft, really free. And this can be really helpful to know in a cardio practice as well, that even if we're running or cycling a really hard portion of our ride, we really should only be tensing the muscles that need to be tensed. Inhale, clasp the hands behind the low back. Inhale, arch your heart towards the ceiling, straighten the front knee. And exhale, fold over your leg. So option to keep the hands interlaced. If you do, I want you to lift the palms and the fist towards the ceiling, micro bend the elbows, and then tip over. Most of us are going to want to have our hands by the foot and make any adjustments you need. Inhale, long line of energy, tailbone to crown of head. Exhale, fold over your legs. And the left hip back in space and the right hip forward in space. And then notice how gravity can have your torso, gravity can have your head. We want the torso completely relaxed. It's where we're not exerting effort. But we want our legs super strong and we want our shoulders muscularly lifted onto our back. So just becoming aware of what needs to be tense and what we can cultivate to be soft. Inhale. Exhale. Place your hands on the mat, frame the foot, step it back, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, jump or walk the feet towards the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms down, around, and up to touch above the head. Exhale, press the air away. Turn the palms forward. Press through all four corners of the feet. Engage your quadriceps so much that the kneecaps lift. Lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. Spread across the collarbones, the chest. And then bring your chin parallel to the floor. Huge in-breath, Tadasana, mountain pose. Huge out-breath. Huge in-breath. This architecture, this pose is the DNA for all the other poses, so just really enjoy it. Stand tall and proud. Exhale. Inhale. Palms lift to the ceiling. On your out-breath, fold over your legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, place your left hand underneath your head. Bend your left knee. We're coming into that IT band hip stretch once again. Option to keep the hand here. If you wish to lift the right arm, go for it. Once again, our intention is to cultivate sensation in the hip and IT band. Inhaling for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, switch it out. Right hand to the ground. Right knee bends. Left arm lifts. Or left arm to the hip. Inhaling for 3, 2, 1. The head be easy. Exhale, let it go. Nice. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step to plank pose. Inhale, let's hold plank just a moment. We've done our cardio, but let's just roll the shoulders down onto the back. Lift the hips in line with the shoulders. Huge in-breath into all four corners of the torso like we did at the beginning of class. Exhale completely. Navel lifts up and in, heels press the wall away. Left and right bicep hug towards one another. Inhale. Expand the torso. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Nice. Inhale, let's take Shalabhasana. So clasp your hands behind your back. Attempt to do down cat. So that pose we did that's down cat like this. Attempt to do it here on the mat in your back bends. So it's going to be difficult because the floor is blocking us, but your navel should lift up and in, hip points press into the mat. And then from there, take your fist, lift it up and back. So you're attempting to round the low back as you engage the upper back. Dip the chin slightly. Inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale, all 10 toenails on the ground. Exhale completely. Inhale, shoulders back in space, collarbones back in space. Lift, lift, lift. Round the low back. That power center is going to help you lift the upper back. Nice. Exhale. Let it go. Huge inhale into the low back. Wag it out. Maybe wag your tail from side to side. Nice. Inhale, Sphinx pose. So bring your elbows directly under your shoulders. So nice after a workout. Press down through the elbows and roll your shoulders down and back. Press your palms into the mat. And then just imagine the back of your heart, the area behind your shoulder blades, melting down and forward. Nice. Inhale, chin is parallel to the floor. Elbows are energetically rooting down into the floor, lifting you up. And then hug your navel up and in so your tailbone rolls back towards your heels. And then imagine you could energetically drag your heart through your hands. Close your eyes. 2 more deep breaths here. Really breathe into the space of the torso. Feel how it's realigning, readjusting as you just sit in this regal sphinx shape. Nice. Take your left hand in front of your face, or your left forearm in front of your face, parallel to the front of the mat. Reach back for the right foot with the right hand. Make sure to take the big toe side of the foot, coming into a quad stretch. So turn the fingers forward. And then just press your hand into your foot and your foot into your hand. Make sure to keep pressing through that left elbow so the chest stays high or in your sphinx. And just enjoy this quad stretch. Press the hand into the foot into the hand. And then imagine your right seat energetically expanding to the right. Right seat energetically expands and gets wider to the right. As you do this, your quadricep may lengthen along the mat. It may move out slightly to the right. That's all good. And if you don't feel it, don't worry. But if you can, just visualize right seat expanding to the right as you press the hand into the foot and the foot into the hand. One more huge in-breath. Exhale completely. Inhale. Exhale completely, let it go. Switch the arms. Right arm comes in front of the face, parallel to the mat. Left arm reaches up and back, takes hold of the big toe side of the foot, and press it into the seat. Press through the right elbow, keep tall and sphinx-like in the upper body. And then press the hand into the foot into the hand, and then begin energetically widening your left seat to the left. And your quadricep might lengthen along the mat, slip out to the left as you do that. That's all good. Press the hand into the foot and the foot into the hand. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, come back into your Sphinx pose. Nice. So just elbows under the shoulders, close your eyes. Nowhere to be, just feel the chest opening, breath quieting. Bring your hands to prayer and then make a fist. Bring your pinky finger into the fist so you're not placing all your weight on your pinky finger. Curl your toes under. Let's come into forearm plank. Really nice after cardio, just integrate and adjust your back feet as you need to. Elbows super strong, shoulders on the back. Navel lifting up and in, tailbone shooting towards your heels. And if this isn't challenging enough for you, you can just begin slowly rocking back on the heels to really activate the abdominal muscles. Or just stand still for 3, 2, 1, pause. And then begin to walk the feet in, keeping your hands exactly as they are for dolphin. In dolphin, really let the head hang. So move it from left to right, side to side, up and down. Press through the elbows and the forearms. And just let the neck relax and loosen. That's our intention here. So you can take any little micro movements you wish. Huge in-breath, huge out-breath. Really pressing through the elbows, letting the neck relax. Chin dips into the collarbones. And then exhale, take your knees to either side of the mat. Child's pose. Bring your third eye to the mat. And then for today's emphasis, I recommend really taking your hands all the way back in space and taking hold of grasping the heels. Just closing the circuitry of the body. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely.
Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale into your low back. And exhale, just feel all your bones drop down. The space between all the bones soften. Take your hands back in front of you, gently roll up one vertebra at a time. Nice. And then we're going to come into cow face pose, Gomukhasana. So you're going to stack your your left knee over your right. So it looks like this. A great way to come into it can be from table pose. So you would be here, cross the right knee over the left and sit back. I'm going to just make sure I face you. Inhale here. Exhale completely. If this is completely not feasible, you can just take cross legs. Inhale, palms up, get taller. Exhale, just like we did in the beginning of class, melt the air away. Feel your spine emerge, grow long. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, keep the top of the right arm up. Turn it to the back. Bring the left arm forward as if you wanted to reach for something behind you. And then take it up behind you. Drop. Bend the elbow of the right arm and just clasp the hands. If you can't clasp the hands, you can clasp the shirt or a belt, or you can just take the pose like this. Just a nice bicep stretch. Nice chest opener. And notice if your front ribs have splayed out, knit them back in. And then yogi's choice here. You can stay here. If you're feeling something in the hips, something in the biceps, this is a great place to be. You can fold forward with the bind, if you wish. Or if you want to let go of the bind and just fall fully forward and focus on the hips purely, you can do that as well. All three are good options. Wherever you are, we're going to be there for another 4 breaths. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 1, 2, 3. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 1, 2, 3. Really let your neck go, let your chin go. And very gently roll up. And then just switch your legs however you wish. So the left knee is going to stack on top of the right. You can come up through table pose if you wish. Feel your 2 sits bones grounding down. Lean your torso back slightly. Imagine you had a string attached to the top of your head as you lift your arms. 1, 2, 3. Get taller. Exhale, press the air away. See a sense of stillness and calmness emerging. Inhale, lift the arms. This time, keep the left arm put. Reach the right arm forward. Reach it around and behind you. Take that left arm as if you wanted to high-five someone behind you and then bend the elbow. Nice stretch for the biceps, chest opener. Knit your front ribs together. Hug them in. And inhale here. Or if you wish, fold forward. Or if you wish to unclasp the arms and fold forward. Yogi's choice. Four more deep breaths wherever you are. So see if you can hang on to that sensation of inhaling beyond your capacity. And exhaling, softening. Inhaling beyond your capacity. And exhaling, softening. Once more, inhale beyond your capacity. Exhale, soften. Inhale, gently roll up. Come back into your table pose. And shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Nice. Exhale, step it into your chest as if you were going to crunch and bring the knee to the nose, and then shoot it wide underneath the left hand and lift the left arm up to the sky. Let your arm bones fall back in space, collarbones fall back in space. If this completely doesn't work for you, just take it into a side stretch, take the knee to the ground, and be here. If you're in the full pose, just really let this be about receiving, opening. Let it feel so good. Nice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring it in, knee to nose, and then shoot it out under the left arm. Open up. And again, can always take knee to the ground and just a side stretch if this isn't working for you. If you're here, really press up, lift the hips up, and then let the upper body fall back. Shoulders open, collarbones open, sides of the neck fall back. One more huge in-breath. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Gorgeous. Inhale, the right leg up and back. Bend the knee, take the heel to the left seat. And then just begin making big circles with the hip. So bring the knee all the way to touch the opposite knee. And just make big circles with the hip. And then extend the leg. Stretch it up. Exhale, bring it through pigeon pose. So flex that front foot in pigeon. If your hips are really open, you want your shin more parallel to the front of the mat. If your hips are less open, you want your shin closer into your body. Inhale. And then exhale, fold over the sole of your foot. So send your navel into the sole of your foot. Really nice to come onto the elbows here. And if this isn't working for you, just take traditional pigeon to the center. We've been working on opening the hips a little bit throughout class. So we should be able to go to this kind of more intense place, but if it's not working for you, of course, just take pigeon to the center. 5 deep breaths here. The head hang, chin heavy. Send your breath into your right hip. Exhale, soften. Inhale into the right hip. Expand the right hip with your breath. Exhale, soften. Inhale the right hip, expand it with your breathing. Exhale, soften. Inhale, bring it to center. Fold over. 1 breath. Curl the toes under. Shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the left heel to the right seat. Open it up and then big circles with the hip. Left knee grazes the right knee. Open it up and all the way around. Just really lubricating the hip joint. And then pause, straighten the leg, and bring it through into your pigeon. So flexing that front foot, taking the shin wherever you need it to be, inhaling, squaring the hips towards the front of the mat. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, angle your torso over the sole of the foot. So it's as if your belly button wanted to land in the sole of your foot. the center of your foot. Inhale here, exhale completely. Notice if your shoulders have tensed up, crept up by the ears, settle them down onto the torso. And again, if this variation isn't working for you, just take pigeon to the center. No big deal. Wherever you are, inhale beyond your capacity into the area of the left hip. Expand that whole area. Wherever you're feeling sensation, send your breath there. And then on the exhale, soften. Inhale. Exhale. Head relaxed, chin relaxed. Head heavy. And bring it to the center. One breath. Curl the back toes under. Shift the weight up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Let your body emerge, shoulders roll down the back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just let it feel really good. Inhale, plank. No rush. Exhale, downward facing dog. Make this a celebration of how strong your body is. How good you're perhaps feeling. Inhale. Place your left hand underneath your face. We're coming into Vashisthasana. If you want to stay in Vashisthasana, stay here, but where we're really going is to take that back foot behind you, open the arm up, and we're in Wild Thing. Once again here, really press the hips up towards the sky a lot, and let your upper body fall open. And play with the position of that right hand. Whether it's more by your face, more open to the side, just inhale. And again, if you're not here, just take Vashisthasana or any Vashisthasana variation. If you are here, just enjoy it so much. Exhale. Plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Nice. Place the right hand underneath the face. Vashishtha. Again, option to stay here or modify Vashishtha. But where we're really going, if you can, is to place the top foot behind you. Lift the hips. Open up the chest. Wild Thing. And you can play with the position of that top arm. Just let the collarbones fall back, shoulders fall back, heart open, hips rising. So calm, but so open. Exhale, bring it back. Plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees. And then we're going to inhale, down cat. Exhale, up cat. Same thing we did at the beginning of the class, just reversing the breath. Inhale, up cat. Or inhale, down cat. Exhale, arch the chest. Inhale, rounding. Deliberately exhale, arching. Take a few more on your own. Inhaling, rounding. Taking the breath the opposite way. Exhale, arching. Nice. And then just keeping your toes curled, come to sitting on your heels. Nice toe stretch. If your feet have been in sneakers, just let your hip bones settle down onto the tops of your feet. Knees on the mat. Hands to prayer. Close your eyes. This is an intense toe stretch. And make it an opportunity to just settle in. Calm down. Listen to your breathing. Focus on where your fingertips are touching in front of your heart. Imagine this whirring and this chaos and this activity all around you just settling down. Settling still. And gently come back into table. Relax your toes. And we'll come to Dandasana. Staff pose, 2 options. Inhale. Get super tall. Option 1, exhale, reach for the feet. Make this active. Option 2, maybe if you've had a really long workout, just fold forward. Yin style forward fold. If you're taking the yin style forward fold, bring the palms, so back of the palms touch the earth, palms face up, bring them closer to your hips so you can really feel the left and right shoulder blade falling to the left and to the right. Head is super heavy. Back is rounding a lot. Chin deeply into the collarbones. If you're taking the active version of the stretch, press your thigh bones down and back. Inhale. Use the space in your low back and your core to take you deeper into the forward fold. Wherever you are is fine. 2 more breaths. Gently roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Inch your seat forward, place the soles of your feet on the mat. Grow tall. And then gently roll back 1 vertebra at a time. So head will be the last thing to touch the mat. Nice. Bring your feet close to your seat. Inhale your seat up and to the right. And then draw your knees into your chest. Let your knees fall to the left and open your left arm to the left. And then place your right arm on top of it. So your whole body is facing left. And your palms are stacked on top of one another. So make any adjustments you need. If your shoulder's too up by your ears, just adjust it down. Close your eyes. And then lift the right arm. Gaze at the thumb, and really slowly, just open yourself up into the twist. And once you arrive, inhale, bring the hand back over the body. So you can gaze at the thumb as you do this, or you can do it with the eyes closed. The slower you go, the more rewards you will reap. And once the palms touch facing left, you can just fan the arm open once again. Gazing at the thumb or eyes closed. Just at your own pace. Through this action, we're stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system. Slowing down, quieting down. Nice. Next time you're facing left, just draw yourself back to center. Shift your hips, lift them, press the soles of the feet into the ground to lift the hips, set them slightly to the left, and let your knees fall to the right. And then extend both arms to the right. Adjust that bottom shoulder blade underneath you. Drop in, inhale. And then exhale, gaze at the thumb. Gaze at the left thumb as you open the left palm. And gaze at it as you bring it back over. Your own pace, super slow. And gently draw yourself back to center. Press the soles of the feet into the mat again. Shift the hips long towards the back of your mat and centered. And just take your feet into happy baby. So stretch out the inner groin, especially if you've been biking or running. And then take the tiniest rocks left to right. I mean, so tiny that I could barely tell you're moving. Head stays on the floor, relaxed. Torso stays on the floor, heavy, relaxed. Tiniest rocks, so subtle. And then squeeze the knees in towards the chest. Extend the right leg, long. Extend the left leg long. Let the hands fall open, palms face up, or take left hand to the chest, right hand to the belly. Let your whole body go limp. Let go of any conscious breath. Let go of any conscious thought. Shavasana. If you have the time to stay here, please, please do. If your designated time for practice is coming to an end, wiggle your fingers and toes. Draw your right knee into your chest, and then draw your left knee into your chest. And give yourself a squeeze. And then keeping your eyes closed, roll over onto your right side. And curl up into a little ball. Use your right forearm as a pillow. The left hand can just press into the mat. Just take 2 deep grounding breaths here. And then gently press through your left palm. Take yourself back up to a cross-legged seat, keeping the eyes closed if you can. Place the hands on the knees, palms face down, or palms face up, if that feels right. Wherever you are, drag the palms slightly closer to the hips. Let the torso move back in space, and then feel this long line of energy from between the sits bones to the crown of the head. Breathe into that space. As you exhale, grow taller. Inhale. Exhale, grow taller. Inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale, bring the palms to touch in front of your heart. Lengthen the back of your neck. Feel the shoulder blades glide down the back, dip the chin. Thank yourself deeply for making time for your practice, for taking the time to nourish your body, especially after a vigorous workout, for taking time to connect movement and breath and release any emotions, any chaos, anything stale that was blocking you. May the sensation you've cultivated right now stay with you through the rest of your day. To all our teachers, namaste.